Okay, this next section will show a brief demo on scanning with the Sense2. Then import that data into our Geomagic Wrap software to prepare the mesh to send to a CNC machine to create a conversational desktop piece. Once you've identified the object as suitable for scanning, the next thing you'll want to do is to make sure you can freely move around the object to capture all the data. As you move about the object, you'll want to move as slowly and steadily as you can to ensure that the tracking can keep up with the movement to properly align the scan data as it's being collected. You'll want to maintain a distance of 14 inches from the object as you move around. If you should move too fast or too slow, or if you're too close or too far away, there are software prompts in the UI that'll help guide you along the way. And if you notice in the real-time video there on the lower right, the scanner is constantly being positioned perpendicular to the object to properly capture the data while the operator is able to maintain the view of his tablet screen at all times. When you're done scanning, you're immediately put into the editing mode, so you can clean up the mesh data as needed to prepare for whatever downstream processes you might have. Since the Sense was designed to be a scan-to-print application, there are sufficient tools in the software that the user can use to complete a watertight mesh ready for 3D printing. And all of these commands work just as well with a mouse as they do with a touchscreen tablet. Now that the mesh is ready, we'll import the data into Wrap, quickly convert the mesh to a CAD model to send to a CNC operator. The first step in Wrap is to align the data to the world so we can prep it for machining. Features are easily created to properly align the model to the world origin. So this first feature that we created is a symmetry plane down the middle of the object. And then this next plane here at the bottom we'll use to align to the XY plane at the world origin. And because I can tell that the XY plane and the plane number 2 will align upside down, I'll align these two first so I can reverse the direction. And then once it is aligned, I can flip the alignment order so that the table leg will sit vertical on a tabletop. Now that the leg is aligned, we'll use the XY plane again to trim the table leg to just the claw and to give the claw a flat bottom to sit on the tabletop. And I'm choosing just the claw because that's much cooler out of this whole part than the entire leg for a conversational piece. And as you can see, this is very quick and easy to do in this software. And like that, we are done. So the next step before surfacing the model, we'll need to smooth the data a bit further. So I turned off the texture map so I can see any errors on the mesh that need to be edited. So I'm using a couple commands here to smooth out the data a little bit further. And then I'll target in on certain areas and hit that area pretty aggressively to smooth it out even further. And I'm doing this so that the CNC machine does not pick up on all this fine detail when the model is converted to a CAD surface. So the next step is auto surface, and now that the data has been prepared to my liking, it's ready to be converted to a NURBS model. And here, all you need to do is just adjust these settings in the dialog tab, and then all you got to do is just sit back and sip on your coffee while the software does its magic. And if the data is prepped properly, this should only take just a few minutes to complete. But since this model is so simple and so small, it only takes a few seconds. And as always, at the end, it's good to check the result model to see how closely it matches the original data. And as you can see with this model, it's pretty spot on and ready to send to the CNC machine.